All right, man. Let me try to do this thing and hopefully this shit could work. Oh boy. Oh, finally. All right, let's do this, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, perfect, man. Go ahead. Let's just get straight into it, man. Go ahead.
All right. So me and you, we agree on the same stuff about LeBron James, right? This is my take on the situation. I feel like if the Lakers don't sign nobody in free agency significant, they should just go ahead and trade him. Because I don't see the Los Angeles Lakers winning the title within the next 2 to 3 years. So you're gonna have to make a decision what you gonna do, or you gonna build around a 34-year-old player that's on the decline, who's still really good, or you gonna build around the young players. So I'm not, and I'm gonna give you a trade scenario too.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to. This is my proposed trade.
Okay.
76ers
Okay.
to see. First of all, we're gonna see how it pans out between adding Jimmy Butler in the mix and the rest of the pieces. If it doesn't pan out, I like to see him traded to the 76ers for Jimmy Butler and Boyan.
Jimmy Butler would have to. That's mad hypothetical because
No, it's
one,
not.
Jimmy
No, it's
Butler.
not. Look at that. Look, no, 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 no. All right, well, go ahead.
No, Jimmy Butler has to resign with Philly. Remember, he's a free agent next season.
Yeah, but you can still make moves. You can still make moves before July 1st, after the season's over.
I'm saying that's really hypothetical because we don't even know if Jimmy Butler's gonna stay with Philly. But you're saying if he does, okay. So if he does, okay, get Jimmy Butler and go on.
Jimmy Butler and Boyan.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna show up your interior, and you're gonna have a younger player at the wing. You don't have to give up none of your young pieces, and you even gonna have possibly more money to spend in free agency.
Mm-hmm. But how though? If Jimmy Butler is gonna get a max contract, how would you have more money? If Jimmy Butler is gonna have a max contract,
Okay, you're swapping out maxes. He's not gonna get the max that LeBron got.
yeah, should get around the same max. A max is a max, ain't it? So he should be getting around what, a 4 year, $150 million, something like that, close to what LeBron got.
Close to it, but it's not gonna be the same. And Boyan is gonna be a cheap. He's not gonna make close to no max money.
Okay, is that the only trade?
And then you're gonna have a legitimate center. You can be good at the 5. You can put McGee. You can put McGee at the bench where he belongs. He's not a starting center. You have Kuzma at the 4.
Mm-hmm.
You have Ingram at the 3.
Okay.
Jimmy at the 2.
Okay.
And then Rondo at the 1.
Okay. And what?
And then the 76ers, the only problem the 76ers will have is if they get LeBron, can they keep Tobias? because they're gonna need him for shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have him, potentially Tobias. You know you're gonna have Ben. You know you're gonna have Joel Embiid, but they're gonna have to get better at the center position because they're just gonna give up Bojan from Philadelphia.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Any other trades?
Houston, but it's gonna be tricky because they don't have that. They don't have an all-star player they're gonna want to give up in the deal. They're gonna want to keep Paul. You know they're not gonna give it to James Harden. They're not gonna give it to Clint Capella, their rim protector. So that's gonna be a pretty difficult one. He should have went there as a free agent, in my opinion.
No, we're not backtracking. We're talking about the trade. Give me the trade scenarios, man.
I just said I don't have one at the moment for Houston because they're not gonna give up nothing.
93. I mean, you understand? Like, my bad, Black Card. You know this is your argument, right? So give me somebody else. You're saying trade LeBron. Give me the options. You got one with Philly that I'm about to blow up in a second, but give me the others. You know, I want to give you a chance to give you.
It's gonna be very small because you gotta remember also that he has no trade contract, no trade clause in his contract.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna waiver for anybody. So his pool is gonna be small. It's probably gonna be either Houston. He'll probably waive his no trade clause suit.
You didn't give a good trade option for Houston, so you can't just say Houston. You've only given a trade option for Philly. That's barring that able to keep Jimmy Butler. And I'm gonna blow through that in a second. So when you say trade LeBron, right?
Go ahead and try to blow through it in a second.
No. Give me your other. When you say trade LeBron James, right? And that's gonna solve the Lakers' problems. Give me the scenarios. I didn't say that's gonna
solve the Lakers' problem. What I said was this. I just said, look, if they can't get anybody significant in free agency, which is very possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it's a possibility that they can strike out in free agency.
Okay.
Why keep a player who's on the back nine of his career for what? It's gonna be a Kobe 2.0 all over again.
Okay. All right, now give me the other trade scenarios. Like, okay, you want to trade them? Give me the scenarios now.
I gave you one. I don't have it for Houston.
Okay, I just want to be clear. You have nothing else.
They don't have the assets.
All right, so I just want to be clear. You have nothing else. All right, stop interrupting, man. I'm letting you go, but you're not saying anything. You literally have.
I gave you a trade scenario. What are you talking about,
dude? I'm letting you talk. When I let you talk, you're saying nothing, and I'm trying to talk, and you're interrupting me. Give the rest of your situation. I'm gonna let you speak. Give the rest of your scenarios.
I'm done.
You're done. You're done. Finish.
Go ahead, too.
Okay, so it's just Philly. No other real options aside from Philly.
Houston, but that's not logical at the moment. They're not going to give up all that at that moment.
So no other options aside from Philly.
And Houston potentially. That's it.
What's the trade for Houston? Give me the trade scenario.
So that's going to be tough. They're going to have to sacrifice something. I don't know if they're willing to give. They probably have to put Clint Capella in the deal, maybe.
So you want Houston to give up pretty much their only center? You think that?
What I'm saying is, if the trade scenario happens with them in Houston, they're probably going to want a big because they need a big.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Houston's not going to willing to give up Clint Capella.
So it's not a realistic trade.
At the moment, no. He should have went there free agency, like I said.
So Houston's not an option.
You know what? It wouldn't have been to this point. You should have just went there.
No, you had a better chance. You're backpedaling. We're not going around the block, dog. Focus with me. Houston's not a real trade option because you can't even think of a conceivable trade for Houston. Yes? Yes or no?
Yeah, because you're gonna have to give up something they're not willing to give up.
So it's not a realistic trade.
At the moment, no.
Okay, cool. So Houston's not an option. It's just Philly.
That's gonna because you also got to think of his no trade clause. How many times you see him waving it?
Black reality. Philly. We're not going around the block, man. It's just Philly the only option. Yes or no? I'm asking you a direct question.
Yes, at the moment,
okay.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. All right, let me talk now. All right.
All right, go ahead. Add a floor.
So here's your problem. When you make a statement like that, right? Of trading LeBron, like similar how you were saying trade John Wall, it sounds very nice to say, but as we were doing, as I'm asking you, okay, give me said scenarios, you're stumbling, you're bumbling, and talking about what he should have, could have done. Let me finish, please. I'll let you speak.
All right, go ahead. Have the floor, dog.
God, man. Go ahead, man.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead and talk.
Please don't interrupt me. Let me get a sentence off before you interrupt me. That way I can kind of bring this all together. So, right, I ask you a simple question. Right? You fumbled and bumbled, and when you make a statement of trade this guy, right, for whatever the reason may be, yours is to develop the young players, yada yada. Okay, I'm listening. What are the options? If your only option is a really vague one at best, and it's really only one option, right then and there, your argument is already flawed because you're saying do something that's already difficult to do because you can't even provide more than one scenario where it would be conceivable. And the one scenario that you have, there's some flaws with it there. I'll get into it. You only brought up Philly, right? Let's deal with Philly in general. Trade Jimmy Butler. That's barring that they are able to keep Jimmy Butler, right? So if they are able to re-sign Butler, I don't know if you've noticed, has had a lot of problems with younger players. Your whole argument is to develop the younger guys. Well, guess who's been having problems dealing with younger players? Jimmy motherfucking Butler. So that's a flaw in your logic right there. But let's just say it pans out, it works out. Let's look at the negatives for the Lakers for trading a LeBron, right? So you trade a LeBron, right? You went from trying to trade all your young players, right, to then giving up on that, right, to then trading the guy that came and has done a lot for the league towards the end of his career, kicking him out the back door, right? What precedent does that send to other superstars later on in their careers that they might want in the future? That if shit don't go right, we're gonna kick you out. And again, it's not gonna make the young guys feel better because it went from y'all was willing to trade us, now you willing to trade LeBron. How does that make the young crew feel good knowing that they're willing to do anything? It's the same situation that Boston found themselves in now, in terms of what they did to Isaiah Thomas with trying to kick somebody out the back door just because things aren't going the way that you would want. Now, would it be a decent business move? Theoretically, if what you said happened, no, it wouldn't even be a good business move. What would be a good business move is because, again, you're going to lose a lot of money by removing LeBron James. What would be a good business move is right now, factually, Brandon Ingram is having his best stretch of basketball in his career. Kuzma is having a very good year and recently has been playing very well. You can play with LeBron. If you're not able to get another superstar, you build a more solid roster and you keep letting these guys flourish and let one of those guys replace them as a quote-unquote guy, period. Go ahead, man.
Do you think anybody on the roster can be the number one guy? Because you said in your video that you don't think he can be the number one guy possible anymore. He can still be really good, but he just can't be the top guy. Do you see anybody on the Lakers roster that can be that guy?
Possibly in Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram and possibly Kyle Kuzma too. Not now, but within a couple years, because the whole point is development, right?
How much longer LeBron has left, though? You got to Brandon Ingram was, what, 21, 22? LeBron 34. How long are you going to wait for that to happen? LeBron, you already see the slippers of LeBron. Now, is it part of it? Could the injury be a part of it? Yeah, possibly.
I'm going to take you back a little bit. I'm going to take you back a little bit into argument with your flaw, right? You're talking about waiting on these guys. Your whole point, your whole argument is to get rid of LeBron so these guys can develop. So you're going to have to wait on them anyway. So what difference does it make if you have to wait on them? Your whole argument is to wait on them. Your whole argument is to get rid of LeBron and to let young guys develop. Yes? Yes or no? Okay. In my scenario, the same thing happens.
Because you're going to have to make a decision what you're going to do with this all season. Because if they don't get anybody, then it's like, okay, they're back to square one. They're going to just be a good team, potentially, because they were the 4 seed before LeBron got hurt. But they're not going to be a championship level team. They're just going to be a middle of pack team.
The best case scenario of what you're trying to say with LeBron James gives you the exact same answer with a lot more consequences.
So you want the Lakers to wait for one of these guys to develop.
That's exactly what you said.
Guarantee that neither one of these guys is going to develop into a number one apex player. LeBron, at best, what? Maybe one more? Maybe two, maybe?
Black Reality, I don't think you understand your own argument. I don't think you understand the argument that you're trying to make. I feel like you're a bit confused. Your whole point is to let these young guys develop and wait on them. Now you're stating that it's a problem. I don't think you understand where you're trying to go with this. And this is my point. Let me say this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead,
My
bro.
point when you say trade LeBron, right? It's not well thought out. It sounds good to say. It sounds good to just kind of like put out there. But as I'm doing now and really breaking it down, you're making literally no sense. You are saying to trade LeBron to let the young guys develop, and now you are having a problem with letting the young guys develop.
I'm not having a problem. What I'm saying is, are they going to develop quick enough so they can still be an elite team when LeBron still has somewhat of LeBron in him still?
You're getting closer to my argument, and you're proving more. What's your point, man? I think let's do it this way.
Okay.
What is your point in trading LeBron? What does that give the Lakers? What is your point in that?
Reason to be honest with you, I want to see LeBron compete for a title. He's not going to do it. The Lakers. Lakers have okay. They shouldn't have got rid of Julius Randle. That was one of the biggest mistakes.
Black Reality, I don't want to interrupt you. Make your point. What is your point for the Lakers to trade LeBron James? I don't want to go around the block with you, man. What is your point for the Lakers to trade LeBron James? Go ahead.
The reason why it would be best for them to trade him is because you don't want to be in a situation where you're going to be paying LeBron James all this. He's getting paid 37, 39, or 41 million over the next couple seasons. Why would I do that when I'm not going to be close to contending for a title? Why?
Easy.
No, if it's strictly for financial, okay, that's cool.
I'll answer you. I'll answer your question. You ask the question, I'll answer it. One, financially, you'll get it back just off LeBron James' name, period. That's one. That's a financial aspect. Number two, the loyalty and legacy standpoint. I personally believe what they did for Kobe is one of the reasons why LeBron James even went to the Lakers. At the end of Kobe's career, when he should have not gotten that money and they paid him, that was the right decision. I'll tell you why. I'm a Heat fan. What the Miami Heat did to Dwayne Wade when they didn't pay him but paid fucking Tyler Johnson has prevented us from getting a superstar since that day. It was a horrible decision for a guy that has done that to the franchise and his standing and what he has meant to the league to not be loyal and make what was the right. It was the right business decision, but it was the wrong decision. So when I say this with the Lakers, one, business-wise, you make more money with LeBron. You're relevant with LeBron. Two, from another superstar standpoint, you ship him out because things didn't go your way for 1 year after trying to trade all your young players is a complete sign of dysfunctional management. You have no idea what you're doing. It's a negative sting on you if you do that. It's a bad look. It might be business-wise. Business-wise, I already talked about that. Business-wise, if it was good, it doesn't make any sense. So there's really no argument for it.
So was the Lakers a stable organization when LeBron signed there?
No.
So my thing is, if you're LeBron, right, why would you go to a situation where you're at the back nine of your career and you're trying to win the championship?
We're going on around the block. We're sticking to the Lakers and why they should and should not trade LeBron. I told you, I warned you, man. When I do these debates with people, I don't even like debating anymore. I'm not going around the blocks as you do, man. I'm not going to go on all these different topics. We're not talking about none of that. We are talking about the benefit for the Lakers to trade LeBron James. That is the topic of the debate, and you have proven nothing that makes sense as to why they should.
The only reason why, the only thing you bringing up is financial. You're not bringing up anything on the court.
Yes, I'm going based off of your argument.
What's on the court? What's on the court?
Okay, on the court. All right, I'll explain that. Because again, you haven't even proven your argument. Remember, you requested this debate. You were supposed to prove to me. The burdensome of proof is on you to prove why they should trade him. Every point you brought up, I've been able to debunk. And really, it's not that.
I did say.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Right. I'm gonna let you go. Every point you brought up, I've been able to debunk with facts, not opinion, with actual facts, right? You have stated nothing. And the burdensome of proof, when you make a claim like that, It is up to you to prove it. Now, if you want to ask me my opinion of what how it benefits the Lakers to keep him, I'll tell you why. I'll give you my answer, right? You keep him, right? And you get a better chance at getting another superstar than without him. And even if you don't, from the basketball court point of view, when this guy was healthy, you were in the 4th seed. Even right now, to this day, as much as they struggled, if they're able to get a competent center, or even if they don't, right? If they're able to make it to the playoffs in the 7th seed or something like that, they can compete with anybody because of LeBron. They can, in a 7-game series on the court, they can compete with anybody minus Golden State because of LeBron. Take him out, you are a lottery team. That is my point. Brandon Ingram right now is having his best stretch of basketball, period, in his career. Kyle Kuzma has played very well with LeBron. I don't know what issues they have going, but when these two motherfuckers are on the court together, they ball. So he's not stunting their growth. Like before, that was a decent argument, but now we're watching these guys. They're doing just fine. He is not limiting them. Matter of fact, they're looking right now. Brandon Ingram, these past stretches has looked better than Jason Tatum.
Yes.
So basketball reason why, that's why you keep him. It makes money. The young guys are still developing. Can't use that myth anymore. It's not true. The young guys are still developing, and he gives you the best chance to win and get another superstar. That's why you keep him. And if you do, wait, one last one. If you do trade him, it would show that you literally have no idea what the fuck you are doing.
But okay, if you do all that, why trade for Anthony Davis? Because you know you're gonna have to give up one of those guys.
The reason you do that, for the Lakers standpoint, is to maximize your chance to win. I'm gonna answer your question. To maximize your chance to win, and to bring in a guy like AD, who you are more confident will be better than Kyle Kuzma and Brandon Ingram, which he is. He's better than whatever they will be, and you have a guy that will be able to shape the Lakers in the future. That's why you try to bring in an AD. But if you can't, they're not trying to trade Brandon Ingram for a pack of newspapers. You know what I'm saying? They try to trade him for AD. Right now, the Boston Celtics, as great of a GM as Danny Ainge is, he'll ship out all them niggas for Anthony Davis. That's why.
Because we thought when LeBron got there, you think, okay, he can be at least with 10 to 15 games better. He's only on pace to be what, 5 or 6 games better than they were. Now the injury has something to do with it.
Disingenuous. You know he got hurt. That's very disingenuous.
I know, but that's injury's a part of the game. I never heard like people crying and complaining about 17 games. They act like he missed like 40, 41 games or something.
They went 6-12 in that span. They went from the 4th seed to the 10th seed while he was hurt.
Okay, well, we know that. But what I'm saying is we crying about 18 games. It's nothing.
18 games is like almost a quarter of a season. What are you talking about?
Okay.
That's a quarter. That's a huge chunk. If I take a quarter out of your paycheck, man, you're not gonna look at me and be like, man, shit, that's just a quarter.
So if the Lakers don't make the playoffs, is that because of the reason why they didn't make the playoffs?
Injuries, yes. Brandon Ingram missed 11 games. Kyle Kuzma was hurt. Lonzo was missing 10+ games. Rondo missed 30.
When was the last time they won back-to-back games? It's been a while.
But here's the thing, Black Rally. Before you even get into all that,
even before he got hurt, they haven't won 3 straight games.
No,
like early December or something.
Before he got hurt. But let me say this: we're going around the block again. But before we can get to all these other stuff, I just want you to concede this point. Do you have any argument for why the Lakers should trade him? Do you have anything else?
I just said it. I said it's going to help their depth at the center position. They're going to get a player at his position that's going to be cheaper, and they're going to still have money to spend to get a free agent this offseason.
Is that your argument? Your argument is that they'll be able to get a better center, right? And they'll be able to have money in the offseason to get another player. Is that your argument?
Yeah.
That's the best you got. Okay. They still have money. I'm gonna debunk you again. I'm sorry, man. Like you should never did this. All right, they have money to get another free agent.
I pretty much clearly
don't interrupt me. Let me finish. They already like one of your goals, right? Get money to get another free agent. They can do that now. Get a better center. They can do that during the offseason. They might, matter of fact, not even offseason. They might even be able to.
Who's gonna be that center this free agency?
Let me finish. You got guys like DeAndre Jordan. I'm answering your question. You got guys like DeAndre Jordan. Jesus Christ, man. You got
go
guys,
ahead. I'm letting you talk. Go ahead.
Okay, you got guys like DeAndre Jordan that they can get potentially the buyout market. So even right now, they can do a better center. And if they are able to complete the AD trade or that type of scenario, let's say this summer, since we're gonna give Philly the hypothetical that Butler resigns, they could potentially still pull off the AD trade. Boom, you got that center position and that whole cat space slot filled out right there. Bada beam, bada boom, right then and there, man.
But don't you think it's gonna be more? They're gonna have to do more than that.
Your question, right, was, or your statement was that they would have cap space.
You're gonna have less. You're gonna have even a little bit more money to spend than just getting AD. Just getting AD is just not going to be enough. They're going to need shooting. They're one of the worst shooting teams in the league, and they're one of the worst free throw shooters.
We're going to different points. We're going to different points.
Go ahead.
Like reality, you got to stay on topic, bro. The reason I'm very tough to kind of have these type of discussions with, I know you're used to people letting you go around the block, man. Just talk about all these different topics. I ain't doing that with you, man. Let's get back to what you said specifically. They'll have money to get another free agent, right? And a big man. That was which was Borjanovic, which, I mean, like, the truth be told, he's not that impressive. I mean, he's big as fuck, but I mean, it ain't like he's out here wrecking the league. All right, but okay,
is DeAndre Jordan wrecking the league? You bought DeAndre Jordan. He's not wrecking the league.
My point was not to get a center that wreck the league. My point was to get a competent center. I was responding to your point, because if you're saying Borjanovic, I say DeAndre Jordan is better. So, like, again, you're trying to go around the block, and your points suck, man. Because your whole point is let me finish. Have cap space and get a center. I answered both of those.
DeAndre Jordan. It's okay. He can't make free throws.
Yes, he can. He's been shooting 80% this season. And that's irrelevant.
But we know that. But if he's gonna continue that, though, we know he's not gonna continue that, bro. We know he's not gonna continue that.
That's irrelevant because he's still better than Borjanovic, man. So, like, your points are trash. Oh my god! Like, okay.
What I'm saying is, you gonna give DeAndre Jordan this offseason?
You give him a small.
No, answer the question. No, answer the question. No, answer the question. What you gonna give him? What you gonna give him?
You give him a small contract to come to LA and play LA, a similar offer to what you gave McGee and all them dudes. If you don't want to take it, fine. You go get somebody else. But
he's not going to take it.
Black reality, follow me here. You're making statements based on what ifs, right? In terms of Jimmy Butler, right? Your only trade scenario in this situation, you're assuming he's going to re-sign with Philly, right? You have no factual basis on that. So you can't just say DeAndre Jordan not taking it.
But you don't know what's hypothetical too. We don't know what Anthony Davis might stay another year. They might not do. The Pelicans might hold on to him.
My God, listen to me, Black reality. You have the burden of proof in this situation. You're the one who made the statement. I don't think you understand when you come off and challenge somebody to debate and you make a statement. The burden of proof is on you, my friend. You have to prove it. And I'm going based off the scenarios that you're given, and you're upset that I'm debunking every one of them. You gave hypotheticals. I gave you back hypotheticals. You understand what I'm saying? You're assuming that Jimmy Butler is going to stay. I'm assuming DeAndre Jordan is willing to take less to go to LA. None of us know if that's true. But if you're able to say that Jimmy Butler is just going to re-sign with Philly and just get traded, I can make a statement like that as well. Do you understand? Like, does that compute?
We both make a hypotheticals.
But you're the one who has to have the burden of proof, and you can't dismiss my hypotheticals because you set that precedent. You understand?
Yeah.
Black, do you understand how debates work, though?
I know how debates work, though.
Okay, so you understand what I'm doing, right? Yeah. What else you got, Black reality, man? Go ahead. Is that it?
That's pretty much all I gotta say.
All right, man. That was great. I just disagree, man. This was great, man. This was great. I'll see if I can re-upload it to my channel, and then we'll go from there, man. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
All right, no problem, bro.